Your father never taught you this, not because he didn't love you, but because he didn't know it himself. Most fathers pass down what they learned. Work hard, be honest, respect authority, play by the rules. Good advice for good men who stay average their entire lives. But you're not here for average advice, you're here for the truth they don't teach. The ruthless strategies that separate men who lead from men who follow. The dark wisdom that builds power while others beg for permission. 20 minutes. That's all I'm asking. 20 minutes of brutal honesty that will change how you see everything. No feel-good nonsense, no participation trophies. Just raw truth about how the world actually works. The kind of truth your father should have taught you but didn't. The kind of wisdom Machiavelli understood 500 years ago that's still true today. The kind of advice that makes you uncomfortable because it works. This isn't about hating your father. This is about understanding that most men, including good fathers, pass down conventional wisdom that keeps you safe but poor, comfortable but powerless, liked but not respected. Today you're getting the ruthless advice that actually builds the life you want instead of the life society expects you to accept. If you want 20 minutes of truth that your father never gave you, hit that subscribe button right now. This channel doesn't do safe advice. We do effective advice. Before we start, drop this in the comments. I take ruthless advice, I build real power. Let's begin. Nobody owes you anything. Not respect, not opportunity, not success, not even basic fairness. You were born into a world that doesn't care if you win or lose, doesn't care if you're good or bad, doesn't care about your feelings, your struggles, or your dreams. The world is neutral, and neutral means it gives you exactly what you take, not what you deserve. Your father probably told you to work hard, and good things will come. He was wrong. Good things come to people who take them, who demand them, who build the skills and power to command them. Hard work without strategy is just exhausting yourself, while smarter people pass you by. You don't get rewarded for effort, you get rewarded for results. And results come from understanding that you're in a competition whether you like it or not. Every day you wake up, someone else is working to take what you want, the job you want, the life you want, the success you want. They're not playing fair, they're not waiting their turn, they're not hoping someone notices their effort, they're strategizing, they're positioning, they're taking. And while you're waiting for life to be fair, they're winning. Stop waiting for the world to give you what you deserve. Start taking what you want. Deserve is a fantasy, taking is reality. Build the skills that make you undeniable. Create the value that forces recognition. Develop the power that commands respect. Nobody gives you these things. You take them by becoming someone who can't be ignored. Machiavelli once said, "The promise given was a necessity of the past. The word broken is a necessity of the present." Translation: stop living in the fantasy that the world promised you fairness. Accept the present reality that the world gives you what you take. Your father told you to be good and wait. I'm telling you to be strategic and take. Drop this in the comments. I take what I want, I don't wait for what I deserve. Your reputation is your currency. Everything you want in life requires other people to give it to you or allow you to have it. Jobs, opportunities, relationships, resources, access. All of it flows through people, and people decide whether to give you these things based on one factor. Your reputation. Your father probably told you to be a good person and people will see it. Partially true. You need to be competent, but more importantly, you need people to know you're competent. You need them to talk about you, to remember you, to think of you when opportunities arise. That's reputation. And reputation is built deliberately, not accidentally. Everything you do is marketing. Every interaction, every project, every conversation, every social media post. Everything. People are watching. People are judging. People are deciding if you're worth their time, their money, their trust. Most men don't realize this. They think they can be mediocre in public and excellent in private. Doesn't work. What people see is what you become in their minds. And their minds control your opportunities. Build a reputation for reliability. When you say you'll do something, do it. Every single time. People don't remember your successes as much as they remember your failures. One missed deadline, one broken promise, one time you didn't show up, that sticks. That becomes your reputation. Reliable people get opportunities. Unreliable people get excuses. Build a reputation for excellence. Don't just meet standards, exceed them. Don't just complete tasks, complete them so well people talk about them. Excellence is memorable, average is invisible. You want to be the person people mention when someone asks for a recommendation. That only happens when your work is undeniably better than others. Build a reputation for being selective. Don't say yes to everything. Don't be available to everyone. Don't take every opportunity. Scarcity creates value. When you're selective about what you commit to and who you work with, people assume you're in demand. They assume you're valuable. That assumption becomes reality because reputation shapes reality. Machiavelli once said, "Everyone sees what you appear to be, few experience what you really are." Translation: manage what everyone sees. Your reputation is your appearance, and appearance is 90% of the game. Your father told you to just be good. I'm telling you to be good and make sure everyone knows it. Drop this in the comments. My reputation is my power. Most of your problems are caused by people you're afraid to cut off. That toxic friend who drains your energy. That manipulative family member who guilt trips you. That lazy coworker who makes your job harder. That negative person who kills your motivation. You know exactly who I'm talking about. And you're still tolerating them because cutting people off feels wrong. It's not wrong. It's necessary. Your life is the average of the people you spend time with. Spend time with losers, become a loser. Spend time with complainers, become a complainer. Spend time with people who make excuses, you'll start making excuses. You can't rise while surrounding yourself with people who are sinking. They'll pull you down with them. Your father probably taught you to be loyal to family and friends. Noble idea, terrible strategy when those people are destroying you. Loyalty to toxic people is disloyalty to yourself. You're sacrificing your growth, your peace, your potential, because you feel obligated to people who wouldn't sacrifice anything for you. That's not loyalty. That's stupidity. Cut them off. No explanation. No long conversation. No attempt to fix them. Just distance. Stop answering calls. Stop accepting invitations. Stop engaging with their drama. Let the relationship die through your absence. Most people are too afraid to do this. They'd rather suffer than face the discomfort of ending a relationship. That fear keeps them stuck forever. You'll know you're doing it right when people call you cold. When they say you've changed. When they accuse you of thinking you're too good for them. Good. That means it's working. That means you're protecting your future from people who would destroy it. Cold is better than controlled by people who drain you. Machiavelli once said, "It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both." Translation: it's better to be called cold and build the life you want than be called nice and stay stuck with people who keep you small. Your father taught you loyalty at all costs. I'm teaching you selective loyalty to people who deserve it. Drop this in the comments. I cut off toxic people without guilt. You're not tired, you're just wasting energy on things that don't matter. Everyone complains about being exhausted. No energy, can't focus, always drained. But here's the truth. You have plenty of energy, you're just spending it on garbage. Social media scrolling, meaningless conversations, drama that doesn't involve you, activities that produce nothing, people who give nothing back. That's where your energy is going, into a black hole of waste. Your father probably told you to work hard at everything. Do your best in all areas. That's how you stay mediocre in everything. Because you can't be excellent at everything. You have limited energy. Limited time, limited focus. When you spread it across everything, you accomplish nothing significant. Cut everything that doesn't directly move you toward your goals. That hobby you don't really enjoy anymore. Cut it. That social obligation you dread. Cut it. That project that's going nowhere. Cut it. That person who only takes your time without giving value. Cut them. Every hour you spend on useless things is an hour you're not spending on important things. And important things are what create the life you want. Focus is the difference between men who achieve and men who try. Focused men work on one thing until it's done, then move to the next thing. Unfocused men work on 10 things at once and complete nothing. They're busy but not productive. Moving but not progressing. Exhausted but not accomplished. Pick 3 things that actually matter. Your career or business. Your health. Your most important relationship. Everything else is optional. Everything else can be eliminated or minimized. Pour your energy into those 3 things. Become excellent in those areas. Watch your life transform when you stop wasting energy on everything that doesn't matter. Machiavelli once said, "The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him." Translation? Judge yourself by what you give your energy to. Intelligent men focus on what matters. Fools spread themselves thin trying to do everything. Your father told you to balance everything. I'm telling you to focus ruthlessly on what matters. If you're realizing you waste energy, hit that like button right now. Drop this in the comments. I focus my energy ruthlessly. Comfort is killing you slowly. Every time you choose the easy option, you get weaker. Every time you avoid discomfort, you stay stuck. Every time you pick convenience over growth, you guarantee you'll never become the man you could be. Comfort is a trap disguised as reward. And you're sitting in it right now wondering why life isn't exciting. Your father probably told you to work hard so you can be comfortable someday. He had good intentions. But comfort is death for ambitious men. The moment you get comfortable, you stop growing. The moment you stop growing, you start dying. Not physically, but your potential dies. Your ambition dies. Your drive dies. You become the guy who used to have dreams, but now just has a routine. Look at your daily life. How much of it is designed for comfort? The same breakfast, the same route to work, the same shows, the same people, the same conversations, the same everything. You've built a comfortable prison, and you're wondering why you feel trapped. Because comfort is a prison, safety is a cage, routine is chains you put on yourself. Do something uncomfortable every single day. Have a difficult conversation, try something new that might fail. Push your body beyond what's easy. Work on the project you've been avoiding. Reach out to someone intimidating. Take a risk that scares you. Discomfort is growth. And growth is the only thing that makes life worth living. The man who stays comfortable stays exactly where he is. The man who seeks discomfort becomes who he's capable of being. You're not here to be comfortable. You're here to become someone worth being. And that requires you to be uncomfortable constantly, while everyone else is relaxing. Machiavelli once said, "The wise man does at once what the fool does finally." Translation? Do the uncomfortable thing now. Don't wait until you're forced to. Wise men choose discomfort for growth. Fools wait until life forces discomfort on them through crisis. Your father told you to build a comfortable life. I'm telling you to build a meaningful life through constant growth. Drop this in the comments. I choose discomfort over comfort. Stop explaining yourself to people who don't matter. You're wasting valuable time and energy trying to make people understand your decisions. They won't understand. They don't need to understand. Their understanding is completely irrelevant to your success. Yet you keep explaining, defending, justifying, seeking approval from people whose opinions mean nothing. Your father probably taught you to be considerate of what others think, to explain your choices, to make sure people understand you. That advice makes you a slave to other people's opinions. Their approval becomes your prison. Their confusion becomes your problem. Their disagreement becomes your crisis. All because you think you need them to understand. You don't need anyone's approval except your own. When you make a decision, make it, execute it. Let the results speak. If people don't understand, that's their problem. If people disagree, they're not living your life. If people judge you, let them. Their judgment doesn't pay your bills, doesn't build your future, doesn't create your success. Every minute you spend explaining yourself is a minute you're not spending executing. Execution creates results. Results create proof. Proof silences critics better than explanations ever could. Stop talking about what you're doing and why. Start doing it. Let your success be the only explanation you give. The need for approval is weakness. The confidence to move without approval is strength. Strong men make decisions and handle consequences. Weak men make decisions and then waste time convincing others it was right. Which one are you? Machiavelli once said, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both." Translation, it's better to be respected for your results than loved for your explanations. Respect comes from action. Love comes from people-pleasing. Your father taught you to make everyone understand. I'm teaching you to make everyone see results. Drop this in the comments. I execute decisions, I don't explain them. Your word is the only thing you truly own. Everything else can be taken. Your money, your possessions, your status, your relationships, all of it can disappear. But your word, your reputation for keeping it, that's entirely in your control. And it's the foundation of everything you'll build. Your father probably told you to be honest. Good advice. I'm taking it further. Don't just be honest. Be someone whose word is unbreakable. When you say you'll do something, do it. No excuses, no exceptions, no failures. Your word becomes law. People learn that promises from you are guarantees. That changes everything. Most men make promises they can't keep. They say yes to everything. Commit to things they can't deliver. Make guarantees they can't fulfill. Then they wonder why nobody trusts them, why opportunities don't come, why people don't believe them. Because their word means nothing. They've taught everyone that their promises are just hopeful statements, not guarantees. Be the opposite. Be the man who underpromises and overdelivers. Say you'll do something only when you're certain you can. Then deliver it better than expected. Your reputation compounds. Every kept promise builds trust. Every exceeded expectation builds respect. After enough time, your word alone becomes valuable. People invest in you based on your word because your track record proves it's solid. This means saying no more often. Turning down opportunities you can't execute perfectly. Refusing to commit when you're not sure. Better to say no and preserve your reputation than say yes and damage it with failure. Your word is your most valuable asset. Protect it like your life depends on it. Because your success does. Machiavelli once said, "Since it is difficult to join them together, it is safer to be feared than loved, when one of the two must be lacking." Translation: it's better to be feared for how seriously you take your word than loved for how nice you are. Fear means respect. Love means people-pleasing. Your father taught you to be nice. I'm teaching you to be trustworthy. Drop this in the comments. My word is unbreakable. Life gets easier when you get harder. The softer you are, the more life beats you up. The more excuses you make, the more problems you face. The more you avoid difficulty, the more difficulty finds you. But when you get hard, when you become someone who doesn't break, who doesn't quit, who doesn't fold under pressure, life stops testing you as much. Because you've proven you can handle anything it throws at you. Your father probably tried to protect you from hardship, tried to make things easier, tried to shield you from difficulty. He had good intentions, but he made you soft, and soft men get destroyed by hard times. The world doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't adjust its difficulty based on your comfort level. It throws problems at everyone. The hard men handle them. The soft men break, get comfortable with suffering, with struggle, with things going wrong, with plans failing, with people disappointing you, with losing, with pain. All of it is coming whether you're comfortable with it or not. The question is whether you'll break when it arrives, or whether you'll handle it and move forward. Hard men don't avoid problems. They solve them. Don't avoid conflict. They end it. Don't avoid pain. They push through it. That hardness makes everything easier over time. Because you're no longer afraid of difficulty. You're no longer avoiding challenges. You're facing everything head on and winning most of the time. And the times you lose, you learn and come back harder. Machiavelli once said, "The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. One must therefore be a fox to recognize traps, and a lion to frighten wolves." Translation: be smart enough to avoid unnecessary problems, and strong enough to handle unavoidable ones. Your father tried to make you soft for an easy life. I'm making you hard for a successful life. If you're ready to get harder, subscribe right now for more ruthless truth. Drop this in the comments. I get harder, life gets easier. 20 minutes, that's all this took. 20 minutes of advice your father never taught you. Not because he didn't love you, but because he was taught the same comfortable lies that keep men average. Work hard, be nice, play fair, wait your turn. Good advice for good men who accept average lives. But you're not here for average. You're here for the ruthless truth that actually builds power. Nobody owes you anything, take what you want. Your reputation is your currency, build it deliberately. Cut off toxic people without guilt. Focus your energy ruthlessly on what matters. Choose discomfort over comfort. Stop explaining yourself to people who don't matter. Your word is the only thing you truly own. Make it unbreakable. Life gets easier when you get harder. This is the advice that separates leaders from followers, winners from losers, Men who build empires from men who work for empires. Your father gave you what he knew. Machiavelli gave you what works. The question is what you'll do with it. Do 3 things right now. Smash that like button if this advice hit different than anything your father taught you. Subscribe for more ruthless truth that most men are too weak to hear. Drop in the comments which piece of advice you're implementing first today. Remember, your father loved you but didn't know this. Now you know it. The only question is whether you're strong enough to use it. 20 minutes that changes everything, or 20 minutes you forget tomorrow. Your choice. Drop this final affirmation. I take ruthless advice. I build ruthless power. I become unstoppable.